Hi, I made this video to share with you what I've been doing for some time now, putting timecode on one of the audio tracks of each camera to make it easy to synchronize the cameras on a multi-camera shoot. It's a bit of a cheat really. I'm only using the code as a sort of time reference. SMPTE timecode has far more to offer when it's properly referenced to video, but we're avoiding all that technical stuff, just using it as a handy tool. First of all, have a listen to this. It's the sound of timecode. And this is what it looks like. An audio signal composed of square waves, hence the very harsh sound. So, if we want to use timecode, where can we get some timecode from? We're in luck here because there's a huge legacy of redundant analog equipment out there which has still got incredibly useful timecode generators and readers built into it that we can use. This is an example. It's a Sony BVV5 recorder, used to be attached to the back of a Betacam SP camera. It contains a sophisticated timecode generator and reader, and it just needs 12 volts at very low power to use the timecode function. You can pick these up on eBay for between 10 and 50 quid. This is where the timecode comes in, and here's where it comes out. These happen to be BNCs. They're very often XLRs because it is an audio signal, or even phonos. Or, if you're lucky, you might pick up a rack-mounted mains-operated machine. This one, which is a CB Electronics model from eBay, for 40 quid. I use it in the studio all the time. Fantastic. This one's got XLRs in, out. Okay, so what does this achieve? Using our timecode generator, we record this timecode as an audio signal, which it is, onto one of the tracks of our cameras. The camera's other audio track can be fed from anything you prefer, maybe a microphone or a guide track from your audio mixer. We use DSLR cameras now. With the little Beachtech box, it's very easy to put the timecode into one of the tracks. I always use track 1 for timecode, so it's consistent when I'm editing. It's quite a good idea to set the timecode to time of day. That prevents any confusion, and most generators can do this. It can be a bit fiddly. However, just setting it to 0 and letting it count up from 0 is absolutely fine. The cameras will still have all the same code as long as you don't stop the generator. So note, as long as the generator continues to run, you can connect them up or disconnect them, change the batteries, change the tapes. As long as the timecode's running when you hit that record button, you're in business. You'll always be able to find your exact place in the show. Here we are in the editing room. We recorded a concert recently with 4 cameras, and I've just got them here in the project panel. I'm using Adobe Premiere. I've got them here in the project panel, and I like to start with the wide shot, which is that one. So I'll just bring that in to the timeline, leaving plenty of room either side because we might need to shunt it back and forth. This is only a little bit of a clip for the demonstration, really. Now, if I play that, you will hear the timecode and the audio. There's the timecode, there's the audio guide track. If I just play that, you'll hear both. It's rather a ghastly noise, so I'll just pan right so we lose the sound of the timecode, although it's still being fed to the reader, which you will see incrementing now. And if I stop the cursor, the timecode will stop. So let's just play along until we find a convenient place, maybe 48:30. 48:30 and 5 frames. I'm going to nudge the cursor back 5 frames. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to do a little mark here on this, on the video track here, video 1. There's my little mark, which corresponds to 48:30, because I shunted it back a few frames. Now, because I'm getting on a bit, I have to write that down. I shall never remember when we come to camera 4, which it was. It's 48:30. And I'm now going to bring in the next clip, which shall we use this camera crane shot. Here, we'll bring that in. Now that has not got any audio on it. It's got timecode on both the tracks because it was fed from a cable on the end of a crane, and it wasn't terribly convenient to have two audios, so it's just got the one. If I now look at that, not that I need to look at it, I just need to hear it really. I take the audio off audio 1 and switch audio 2 on. Now I'm going to play this and we should read timecode from this track now. What a row. Right, okay, I think I'll just mute that loudspeaker here. There we are. We're still counting up. Now see, we're 52:40. Well, we want to go back to 48:30. So let's try and find 48:30. Let's try there. 51, oh, that's going to be further back than this. 48:56, so we're not far off. Come back a bit. Oh, just gone past it. It didn't take very long to find it. I'm just going to run up to it and stop the cursor as conveniently as I can on 48:30. Here we go. 18, 19, 20. I'll leave it running at normal speed. 30. Oh, spot on, that's pretty good. And I'll make a mark on this second. Oh, wrong way. There's the second mark. So there is the mark on video 2. There's the mark on video 1. Now, theoretically, and let's hope this works, all I need to do is to line them up so that they are two. I think there's a very quick way to do this in Premiere, but I haven't learned it yet. Now, they're almost in. Let's bring it very much more magnification and just nudge it in with the frame by frame mover. Now that's not going to be very far out, so I like to bring the transparency down on one of them so I can see if they're all moving together. So let's just have a look. We just look at the little bit difficult to see in that. It's not a very easy bit to see. Let's try another bit somewhere else. Yes. That's not terribly easy to see either. I'm going to bring in a different clip, I think. I'm not going to use that one. I'll take that out. I'll bring in the close-up camera, which is this one. This is the on-stage camera. Bring that one in. And we'll find the time code from this one. Looking for 48:30. 38, 39, and much further on then. 42, 44, 44, much further on. 47, getting that. 47, 47, I'll just speed it up a bit. Doesn't like reading that. 48, 30. Ah, here we go. 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Right, 6 frames. Go back 6 frames. Just with the cursor. And I'm going to put our mark in there. There we are. So we've now got this camera, which hopefully should be easier to line up. And I'll slide this one back to line them up as before. I'm not far off now. Let's tighten it right up. I'll move this top one to the right. When you get used to doing this, it really doesn't take very long. You can see as we expand it, the error gets bigger. That looks pretty good. Let's have a look at the transparency. Bring the transparency down on the top one again. We can see both and see if it looks good. Ah, it's a much better view. Yep. Yep. Yes, I think they're in sync. So let's just enjoy a little bit of the sound. Oh, well, so enjoy a bit of the time code. Let's enjoy a bit of the audio for a moment. And put... Now, you'll notice that we're looking at the close-up, which is shot on another camera and has no audio associated with it. This shot we're looking at now is the handheld camera, but it is still perfectly in sync with the audio track from the wide shot at the back of the hall. So there we are. This is Mike when he sings. Come on, Mike. So I think that makes the point quite graphically. That second video that we've brought in, the second camera we've brought in, although we're listening to the audio here, look, from the wide shot, which is that shot. In fact, when we see him, it's spot on. So I think that demonstrates quite clearly what I'm trying to explain, and I hope this has been a help. When you've got a long production with several cameras and some stops for batteries, tape changes, card changes, this system is a fantastic lifesaver. I hope you found this idea a help. If you've got any questions, please get in touch using this link. Thanks for watching. Bye now.